What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I know I've been gone the last couple weeks. Reason being, I'm a dad first. So the kids had a lot of sporting stuff going on. We were doing all of that, and I haven't had a chance to do anything car related. I figured since this is a mostly car related channel, it wouldn't make sense to upload daily life stuff. I've tried that in the past, it did not go well. If you like that, let me know. I could do that from time to time. But today, weeks ago, we went back to dd99 at US Air in Shawano, and I took a handful of photos. I got some really good advice from my buddy Mac, Cardiac Arrest, on Instagram, and his advice was find some cars that you like, a few cars that you're interested in, and get some shots of it, and if you walk away with a couple shots, it's a good day. So I would say I walked away with about 15 to 20 shots that I'm pretty happy with, and we're going to go through and I'm going to show you those today. If you guys like this format of video, I could do this more often. I could do this again. I am kind of a closet photo guy. I've been taking photos for a while and just never post about it or do anything with it. So maybe I should be better with that. But let's go through these pictures. Let's see what you guys think of them, and let's see where we end up. If you hear barking, I am at home. I'm in my basement. That's where I do all my edits. I have my son, his buddy all here today. It's a Friday. They have no school, and my daughter as well. So maybe we'll get interrupted by them. Maybe we won't, but we'll see where this all heads. I'll be on my phone a lot. The reason being is I'm going to be pulling up these pictures as we talk about them, and then I'll put them up on the screen here for you guys to see. And other than that, I think we're good. At the end of this video, I will shout out the comments and everybody that subscribed or whatever it was in the last couple weeks since I haven't been around. So, first things first, pull up this first photo here. So this is Jordan Barlow. I'll put everybody's Instagram on the screens as we're hitting, so you'll see those. But the idea behind this picture was to get a cool shot of his car where it was parked because it happened to be by the flagpole. The issue being the wind was so brutal that the flag was flapping around violently. I took this photo several times, and none of them really turned out the way I did. And rather than being perfectionist, I just said, let's go for it and use this one. So would have been a cool idea, something maybe to try in the future, something to work with, but that's his car, gorgeous, kooky S14. As you know, I am an S14 nuts. I just love S14s for whatever reason. So anyways, that's how that photo turned out. Not so great. Colors were good. Angle was good. There was no other way to go. So there's that. Next photo, a little bit closer version, I guess you could say. I don't believe this was actually at the same time, which is funny, but just a closer version, cropped down, a little bit more focused on the car itself. Again, gorgeous car. Love the kit. I believe that's a D-Max Type 3 of some sort. Origin Type 3, it looks like, front and rears. So just a good-looking car. The spoiler fits it well, kooky-style spoiler. Sunroof car. It's got the rear spoiler on the rear window. Just great work, Jordan. Car looks great. VSKFs always work. White wheels. Love me some white wheels. As you can tell, I have 3 S14s on white wheels. So, yeah. I think that shot turned out great. Could have spent a lot of time like maybe cropping out or editing out the tent in the back and stuff like that. But it's almost cool to just kind of see cars in their natural state. Next one we have here. So Jordan out on track. One thing I should probably mention 3 photos into this. I took more pictures than just Jordan's car. I thought it would make sense to keep all the cars together rather than bouncing around and reposting everybody's names. So that's the idea here. So Jordan's car again. I'm a little bit of a taller dude, so naturally getting those photos of a little bit more angled down just looks better on the car. Angling up for me, it's like you can see underbody sometimes, makes the cars look a little bit higher than what they actually are. So I feel like this level is just a good spot. If I zoom in here, it looks like he's got his helmet on and stuff like that. So this is probably him rolling up to advanced right before he enters advanced. So just sitting there, another stationary picture. I do like cars in motion, I believe, more than stationary, but there's just something about a car that's a little bit beat up. You know it's been used and driven hard and put away wet, and that's what it's for. If you don't enjoy your car and you buy it to be a trailer queen, or buy it to let it sit, that's cool too. I mean, to each their own. I do not criticize anybody. You do what you want to do, but I just love a car that looks like it's been used. So another shot. All right, back in the pits here. So again, I just saw the car, the back bumper, you know, it's been ripped off multiple times, banged up and stuff like that. He was actually rolling in the pits. He was moving. I had a higher shutter speed, probably like 150, 250, whatever it was. So it looks like he's stationary. Just a cool angle shot. The wheel happened to be turned, so I was like, this is the move. I got to nab this and put it in there. A little bit of vignette in the photo or whatever, kind of like take your eyes and bring them in. All the junk in the background, the stuff you have to carry to a drift event. So just super rad, quick shot. All right, flipping next. On track. So obviously, again, Jordan's car just looks good, man. I just super biased, but just looks great. But on track, super moving, dude's cooking, kicking out. It might have been the way the wheels are facing. It might have been a little bit better to be at like an angle where I would catch this from the backside. But there's just something about the backside of Advanced when you kick back, and it's just like you come off the bank, come down, and you snap, 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 and then into that big sweep, the end of the track. There's just something cool about that spot. Real technical, hard for a follow car to get in and tuck in. But yeah, car looks like it's doing 1,000,000 miles an hour. Everybody's blurred out in the back. I probably had my shutter at 140, 150, somewhere around here, just tracking and trying to snap. I switch between spam shooting and single shooting, so I always get something different, but I just love this photo. Next one, in the pits, different person. This is Rob, pottymouthbob on Instagram. Again, awesome dude, super humble dude. Had every car I could ever imagine. My first S14 Kooky that I currently have now, that's the JZ car. It was originally red. Maybe I can find a photo, maybe I can't. It's originally red with an LS in it. Rob's the one that had that car before it got sold to my buddy Ryan, who I purchased it from. So it was all stock buy and everything like that. I had it all dressed up with a 2F kit, still red and everything, and then now it's Origin Lab everything. Thank you to TF Works and Origin Lab, but Origin Lab everything, and JZ. But anyways, G35, I've had one in the past, sedan, gorgeous car, love it, good family cruiser, and Bob just did an awesome job on this car. Just chrome wheels, black, little bit of glitter, not too crazy, laced hood, laced roof. He just did a great job. Something about a lip kit or side skirts, rear bumper, factory front bumper, and a lip with this body style car is just love it. So proper for me, looks phenomenal. Next photo here is just a front on shot. Kind of get a little bit of that lace job that he's got on the hood. Maybe catch a little bit of the flake, but again, the fronts of these cars just look so good. I love them. I really do. I should have kept mine. I don't even know why I sold it. Probably because I bought another S chassis of some sort at that time. But yeah, this car looks great. Laced hood. And it's not like the entire hood's laced. It actually looks proper and finished. He did black around the outside, so it's almost like it just looks like it belongs. Where if you would have did lace on the whole hood, the way the hood comes down around the grill and the way the hood comes around the headlights and stuff, it probably would have looked a little bit goofy. So you killed it, Rob. Awesome car. All right, next we're rolling to Eric's car. So Eric has this S13 pop-up, not the pig nose front, which I actually like. It's shark nose. So a lot of people go little wheels on the hatches. They look phenomenal. I actually was building one. I almost had it complete. I just needed to paint the front. It looked just like this. It was a dark maroon color. And what happened is my blue car came up. My neighbor was selling the blue car, and my wife was like, you already have 4 fun cars. You're not getting a 5th. Sell one. So I sold my hatch to get the blue car. But Eric, his car looks phenomenal. Little wheels, looks phenomenal. Lip, side skirts, wing, the pop-ups just proper. So it's just a cool shot. He's coming out of the pits, working his way to track, showing that the car gets used. Get a little bit of the trees in the background. The colors were popping in some areas, but not everywhere. So it's just cool seeing the cars in the back, him in his helmet rolling out to the track. Next photo, staged up, on grid. I'm not sure who this is chatting. It kind of looks like Wes. I'm not sure if it is Wes or not, but somebody chatting to him in the window, him on grid, about to use his car, just awesome. Had the bag from the, people going off track, the hay bales, the bag wrapped hay bales in the bottom corner there. The tree, so that tree is actually super present. That front one that you see is right in front of me, and then in the background there, you got his cars with the more trees in the background. I don't know, that shot just did it for me. Now that I'm looking at it here on my phone, it's a little bit crooked. I could probably take the photo and crop it a little bit, just so it's not crooked, but love that. Great shot. Super happy with that one. The trees look phenomenal. If the colors were popping, more pines and stuff like that, and cedars in the back there, so they don't change the colors as much, obviously. They're either green or they're dead and they're brown. So again, love that shot. Here's Eric now on track. I don't know what it was in the bottom left corner of that photo. Hopefully you can see it. That's actually the start of that tree. I was standing next to the tree where you go out onto intermediate, make that first left, make the second left, and you come around. This is that sweep, that big sweeper that you really got to carry your momentum or carry your speed to complete. That's the tree coming in. So I caught it just before he went behind that tree, but just super cool, man. The 16s, 15s, whatever these wheels are, probably 15s, the just car looks so low. And just the way it sits and the way it like literally looks like it's touching the pavement. I just thought that was a great shot. So shout out to you, Eric. Your car looks phenomenal, man. I'm jealous. I wish I still had my hatch. The car was perfect, rust-free, and gorgeous. It just needed some paint. I was this close to having a cool car like you. All right, next up here, we got Jake. Got two photos here with Jake. The first one happened to catch the cone laying down. That's kind of cool. Shows he's on track. Obviously, he's drifting. You can see more of the track and the big S that he's about to go through in the background. I love that. I'm not really a guy to catch like the back of cars when they're drifting. I did it a few times. You'll see a couple other shots in this video that I did that with. I just love S15s. I have all my S14s, and I always say to myself, would I sell one to get an S15? I'm more of a person that looks to add, because I just feel like I have no money into my cars by doing everything myself. I don't want to sell, but whatever. Anyways, Jake, your car's phenomenal, looks great, really love it. I believe it was a Vertex style kit. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but phenomenal roof job on it. Lowrider style paint job on the roof. I should have taken a photo of that, and I did not, but check out Jake's Instagram page. I'm sure he's got a photo of his roof on there. Just a great car all around. Next shot was a continuation of what you just saw. So he was sliding this way, went around an S, and this is kind of where they finish up. So last little kick of him in a slide, about to finish it up. Trees in the background, far away. Huge photo, car small in the picture. I love that. I'm not much of a big wide angle guy. I'm almost like, if I am taking wide angle shots, I crop it in to give like this effect. But I probably was at somewhere between 24 to 35 millimeter for this shot. And again, S15s, I love it. If there's anything I could do to make this picture different, I wish he had the back bumper on his car. I'm sure it got taken off. Him and a Corvette were tandeming together a lot. But I would have loved to see the back bumper on that car and just kind of complete it in the way it looked. But either way, gorgeous car. S15s are always good. Couldn't be happier with that. All right. I don't know who either one of these two guys are, and I apologize. If you know who this guy is, either one of these guys, and you can tag them, I'll make sure I tag them on Instagram or something like that to let them know that this happened. But IS300s just do it for me. E46 BMWs, my good friend Austin has one that's red and I love it. These two cars were driving together and I was like, I gotta snap a shot because it reminds me of my ketchup and mustard Reeboks. I don't know if you know, but I'm kind of a sneaker guy. I've been collecting since the early 2000s. I haven't bought squat probably in the last 5 years. I buy here and there, but I haven't bought like what I used to. So I probably have roughly about 135 to 140 pair of sneakers literally lined up across the wall behind you. This reminds me of my ketchup and mustard Reeboks. So I had to grab a shot. I'm just going to grab those sneakers. Hang on. So these, right here, ketchup and mustard Reebok pumps. I'm in my mid-ish 30s. I'm 36 years old. Was born in 88. If you are too young to know what these were or rock these when they came out, I am sorry. The remakes are okay, but they just don't hold that original like super high. So you literally have the pump on the tongue to actually tighten and compress the shoe once it was on, and then you had the little release valve that actually let the air go out, kind of like a blow-off valve, like the once it's all. But yeah, ketchup and mustard, right? Ketchup, mustard. So great shoe. Anyways, that's why I caught this shot. Love these cars. They're both super clean. The yellow one was on Kansai wheels, I remember. But yeah, just good looking cars. So great shot. In the background, you can see how far people go off track all the time at Shawano with the dirt on the side of the track there. But yeah, they were coming out of that corner. They were doing well. They're relatively close. Matching angle, matching speed, matching direction. So cool cars. Congrats to you guys. Hopefully I figure out who you are because I'd love to tag you in these photos. All right, next one. I don't know what it is. You'll probably start seeing a trend randomly now that I say this. I love dark photos. I love, love, love dark photos. So this is kind of that same area that Jake's S15 was in. Red IS300 against the green background. Just dark shot, shadows, and then you can see the way the sun was facing because the light's coming up over the hood. Just love that shot. So some people might be like, oh my God, this is so dark. You should have lightened it up. A little bit more exposure, this or that. I don't know what it is. I like dark photos. I think dark photos look sick. So that is that. All right, the next one, again, coming out of that corner. Waited a little bit longer. I might have been spam shooting at this time, but coming out of that corner, kind of like where Jake's S15 was in the previous shots. He was on the gas, obviously, a little bit of tire smoke, which is great. The white clear tails look phenomenal on this car. So the IS300s, the nice back bumper, dual exhaust, the clear tails, wheels in motion. I think I was a little bit higher shutter speed to try to get the background a little bit more crisp, but you can just see him coming out of that S and like where he's headed next, which I just love. So I probably say love, I probably say I probably say whatever else a lot in this video. But again, these are some of my favorite shots. I'm trying to tell you what I like about them, and here we are. So great shot, gorgeous car, well done. Red or dead has always been a thing. I love red. None of my cars are currently red. Maybe we got to change that in the future, but gorgeous IS300. Very, very happy. Love that car. All right, next up, bloodmoongarage. This guy does amazing work. If you follow my Instagram, crazy attention to detail, just like myself. So I just love how intricate he is and how he spends the time to actually like make things proper, do it right, make it gorgeous. SR car, SR20, sounds phenomenal, sounds raw, really aggressive. He really pushes it when he's out on track, which I love. I think recently he's been having a little bit of problems with things breaking at track, so I feel awful for you. I've been there, lived that for a long time, but the car is just coming together great. So again, dark photo, dark background, dark car, deep shadows, coming out of the second, this is headed up to the sweeper, standing by that tree, and flying in. So that car just great. Tires angled coming at you. Just S13s, coupes do it for me as well. S chassis in general. So just gorgeous car, gorgeous position for that car to be in, and just the shot worked out, fence in the background. So yeah, happy with that. All right, next up, Trevor. I have a lot of photos of Trevor. A lot of photos on Trevor. Again, kooky, BN Sports, VSKFs, polished wheels, bright color, like just great. Polished wheels on bright color cars always looks great. Polished wheels for me on like your grayish, silverish, whatever cars kind of can look good. But I just feel like having a bright color car and a polished wheel looks great. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 photos of Trevor. So he's the last main car that we're featuring here in this video. But yeah, in the pits, hanging out, got his buddy next to him there. It's just cool. You know, the canopies are set up. It's what you're used to seeing. You can like picture yourself being there if you've been to Shawano before and seeing that picture. So just a gorgeous car sitting there in the pits. Here's another angle of the same pit shot. I believe these photos were actually a couple hours apart, which is funny. So this photo might have came first before the other one. I can't remember which direction. If we go back to the other photo, if his bumper is off, I believe in that first photo. Yeah, his bumper's off. So the first photo actually came second. So that one I just showed you happened second. This is beforehand when his car was still complete, before he dragged his bumper on the wall and kind of knocked it off there. So set back in there, getting the car ready in the morning, sun shining, deep shadows on the building in the background and everywhere. So again, dark-ish shot. The front of it out in the sunlight, you can see the polished wheels, great shot of that front lip and how deep those are on the wheels. So just love it. Turned out good. All right, action shot, right? Coming up to the wall. So I actually spam shot this, like, I don't know, A7R5. I'm not sure how fast the shutter is, but I spam shot this like crazy. And the problem is I think I moved too much when I was spamming it. Rather than doing this direction, I kind of moved up and I blurred out a bunch of the photos. So in this picture, I believe his front bumper is still, or his front bumper, I'm sorry, his rear bumper is still on, and he actually runs and drags the wall and knocks the back bumper off. But again, high speed, blurred out background, little bit of color, coming up to the wall, the iconic spot upper deck at Shawano. Everyone knows where it is. Everybody stacks up before going into a couple real fast corner technical area. Probably one of the faster speeds that you hit on the track, unless you have the opportunity to blow through the staging area on advance, which is super fun. But yeah, awesome shot, crisp, car's dead center in the photo, so happy with that one. So next, I got a couple shots here in a row that are almost identical. They're right in the same position. You can see his back bumper is off. So this is right after losing his back bumper. He pushes through, continues to drive. Real crisp, blurred background. The only thing I don't like about this shot is it's like the front end is pitched down. With the front end being pitched down, it's just the angle of the track, kind of where I was standing and how it all happened. I don't know what it is. When it comes to drift car, like raked, like high back end, low front end, making it look raked is not for me. Like drift cars should be like either dead nuts or a little bit lower in the rear than it is in the front. Like that's just the look. Like that's my style. So again, gorgeous shot, real crisp, real proper, wheels spinning. You can still tell they're VSKS if you know wheels. So I love that. You can tell the rear wheel speed is higher than the front wheel speed, which I love, but it's just a little bit pitched. So, oh well. Next shot is on the back side of that. So the color is a little bit different. I was shooting directly into the sun at this point, the way the sun was facing. But again, rear wheel speed's higher than the front. You can tell by the blur of the wheels, some smoke. He's on throttle. He's ready to come out and transition back. Just mashed in it. So gorgeous shot. Love the car. Super crisp. This one turned out pretty decent. If I was to go back and do a little bit editing on this one, a little bit more editing I could say on this one, probably take a little bit of the blues out of it and kind of warm the temperature up a little bit. With your oranges and stuff like that to make it come together a little bit better. But still, happy with it. happy with it. All right, so this is the first part. This is coming off of the staging area advanced. You come up, you really huck yourself because it actually, like, the elevation change pulls you out of angle, and then on your way down, you can actually, as you come up over the hill and on your way down, you can actually settle into more angle yet, which I love. But on the gas, back bumper still on. So this is a pre-shot. I probably should have changed up the order, but this is a shot before going up to the deck and hitting it. So trees in the background, no distractions, no people or anything like that, just open track, open road, coming through that bend. If you've been at Shawano, everybody knows that spot. If you've driven advanced a bunch, you just know what that feels like, so it's cool for me. It's like you can feel that picture or what's going on there. So super happy with that shot. All right, working his way up to the deck. He just looks like he's doing 100 miles an hour, right? All blurred out, a little bit of people in the background, which is fine. You know, it gives you the idea that, you know, he's at the event and all that, but just a little bit of blur in the background. The car just is super crisp. If you zoom in on the photo, I mean, it is just super crisp. He's on the throttle, back wheels are just cooking. The car is tucked down. Man, just a cool car. S14s, man, they just do it for me. I keep saying it, but S14s are my jam. So love that. Great shot. Next one here, coming into that first corner. Pretty centered. I probably could cheat a little bit and crop the backside of the photo so it's a little bit more centered. You can see the lines in the grass from where the pit vehicles and stuff like that run through, but man, just, again, on the gas, back wheels just fully blurred out. Front ones, you can tell they're VSKF still. The BN Sports just looks phenomenal on the car. He's sitting in there. He's got his helmet on, visor halfway up. Just a cool look. Even if you were to make it super close, right, and like crop it in like this, I mean, just looks phenomenal, right? You can still see the blur in the background. Just real happy with that one. Rotors, calipers, you just see it all. Z32 front calipers. Just proper Heatmaker sticker on the window. Shout out Julian and the boys at Heatmaker. You guys make a phenomenal product. Love those knuckles on my car. But yeah, man, great shot. Even zooming that in. All right, next one, dark photos. I love dark photos, right? Fully booted, on the gas, back bumpers on. So this was a previous run. Smoke coming off the wheels, in a little bit of angle, right? Just standing on it, love it. This is another photo, whether you see it the way that you guys just saw it on the screen or seeing it on the screen, whether you see it like that or you see it cropped in, I mean, either way, right? You could see it either way. Multiple uses for the same photo is just great. It's almost like you can repost it a couple times. But yeah, great shot. Happy with that one. Again, happy. I'm just a happy dude. So very happy with that shot. All right, next one. Bruh. Dark shots, dude. Dark shots. Higher shutter speed, I believe. A little bit. I wanted to try to get it a little bit more crisp. Changed it up a little bit. Could be on the e-brake or just about to throttle out of that upper deck, right? The rear wheels are frozen. A little bit in time. Background, a little bit of color in this one. But dark photos, man, they just do it for me. This shot, I just love it. This is the last shot of Trevor, and it's just in angle, using the Heatmaker knuckles. Smoke in the background because he was on it, coming up to the wall. Just milliseconds before him mashing on it again to drive out of that corner and continue through the advanced track. So, Trevor, gorgeous car. I've said this 9 times. Great work, buddy. I love it. Can't wait to see what happens in the future. Great job. All right, so this last photo right here, let's post up this last photo. This is an appreciation photo, right? These guys have been doing it for a long time. They're all drivers. So in the front there, you got Sam Butler. And then next to him, you got Sam Lowe. And then behind him, we got Carl Hammer. If you don't know this, Carl Hammer literally like put together my entire 2J build on my silver car. So props to him. That's been in the car since 2018. It's 2024. Knock on wood. Car's been phenomenal, right? CD999 swap, serial 9, 2J block, 1J head. Literally would come out, assemble everything, would leave me an entire list. Before I come back, you need all of this stuff, and this is where we'll get. Drove all the way up from Minnesota several times to help me put that car together. Could not be more happy. But Sam and Carl, thank you so much for all you guys do. Constantly at the drift days, making these things great, keeping people moving, keeping things going along. I remember Sam running grid at final bout 6, I believe it was. We're doing reverse advance, and you always stack up like crazy. In advance, you stack up like crazy. He was just booting us through, which I love. So great job. I saw him, love these guys to death, snapped a quick photo of them, and I'm super happy with that. So that is all of that. So thank you so much for following along and paying attention to everything that I had to talk about. I know that's a lot of blabbering, a lot of talking, but I think it's cool to kind of catch up a little bit on why I took the photos the way I did and how I ended up where I did. So, end of the video. Always shout out to new people. Always shout out the time that people took to make comments on our videos. So we are going to do that right now. So on the Blue Car Shreds streeting my SR20 S14 video, Cole Thorin, do you have an estimate as to how much power the S14 makes? Yes. The car is about 310, 312, 315 horsepower. Put an S15 spec car turbo on it, Jazz manifold, 550cc injectors, Z32 MAF, HKS suction intake, RS enthalpy, tune, HKS wastegate actuator. The car's making 18 psi just off the wastegate actuator. It boogies, it rips. It's got Tomei 258 pon cams. It's very mid-level. For like mid-range, it just hits, right? And it doesn't stop, which I love. So about 3,000 RPM, you're already in full boost. Very high RPMs, it kind of tapers back a little bit to 16, but it's just making over 300 horsepower, which is a perfect streeting car, perfect Shano car, right? Low risk. I do have Z axles and all that stuff in the car, Tomei two-way rear end and all that, but low risk, not hard on the vehicle, super fun to drive, blows the tires off in second, continues to blow them off in third. So yeah, great. But yes, Cole, the car makes about 310, 315 horsepower. I think that's perfect. It doesn't need any more. From our male Karen yelling at me video, Street Miles in the Blue Car, Cole Thorne responded on that one, no one likes Karens. Agreed. Like, I'm a good dude. I'm nice. I'm old. I got a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, dude. Like, chill out. It's not a big deal. I wasn't being a jerk. Whatever. But yeah, nobody likes Karens. I'm totally with you, homie. All right, next video, Blue Car Shreds. Chaboy Bride Eye, my boy Bryden commented on the video. I would like to see a dd99 video since I couldn't attend. Good call. I appreciate that. Here's some of the shots that I took, so thank you, Bryden, for the push. I do have some video clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I might take those 9 clips and make a video of that. It would just be like a cool music the entire time. Cool music playing type thing. Maybe some slow motion shots. I got some cool videos of Jordan sucking up on the door of an SC300 and stuff like that. So thank you for that comment, Bryden. It means a lot. New subscriber, Ignited Garage Customs, has subscribed to you on YouTube. So he reached out to me. We both subscribed to each other. He's got just over 1,000 subscribers, I feel. Cool channel. He takes cars that are literally shells and builds them up. He's currently working on an S13. I believe he has that on his channel. He showed me a couple photos. So make sure you check that out. Comment from our 1.5 JZ S14 is back. Donut and lot shreds video. Comment from that. Sesh Willie, I believe the name is SESHW1LLY. She effing rips, brother. Yes, she does. That car cooks. 551 wheel horsepower, 536 wheel torque, 18 psi, Garrett 35R turbo. And that is like our low. It made 480 on wastegate. At 18, it made 551 on E85 1000cc IDX injectors. Like, what? That car is great. We had it all the way up to 33 psi, and it made 7. Was it 30 psi, 33 psi, and it made 733 wheel? Whatever it was. It made low 7s in the 30-some psi range. Unbelievable. Not needed at all. Gingerman, all these different tracks, 550. You really have to commit and push the car, which I love. But, I mean, I guess it's cool having an extra 200 horsepower if you need it. But, yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for all you do. Like, comment, subscribe. We will shout you out in the next one. Hope you like this format. If you want a gear check video, comment, let me know. If you want a sneaker video, comment, let me know. If you want to see some around the house and life stuff and chasing the kids, I take a ton of photos of my kids playing sports. If you want to see that stuff, let me know. Gear check I think would be cool. I'm a Sony guy, but gear check would be cool. Again, thank you for all you do. Thank you for following along. Thank you for being interested in what I do. That is all for today. We will catch you next week Friday on the next video. Thank you.